Black Cap was on Call Me Russell. Extra depth and line in the centre. Tap the Barrel's drawn beside that. Bush Star the inside of Tap the Barrel. Corded Cap is on Jobio. Set, there they go. Steeplechase field underway. Tactician didn't jump out all that well. Heading straight for the front though was Jobio as they travel towards the first of the journey. And it is Jobio who's going to lead them into it. Tactician up on the outside, Jobio over first. Tactician jumped with Bush Star. And right beside that on the inside is Call Me Russell. Following those then, about a length and a half back to Tap the Barrel. As they gallop down towards the winning post now with 2 laps of the track to run. Tap the Barrel's being followed by Extra Depth, wants to reef and pull a bit at the back. And I'm a Highlander settles beside that. So they gallop out now towards the next on the journey. And it is on the inside, Call Me... Oh, big jump on the outside off by Jobio, right on the outside, off through on the inside of it, Call Me Russell. These two, they lead. Bush Stars behind those by 3 lengths. 2 back then as they gallop out towards the back straight. Tactician the inside. Over on the outside is Tap the Barrel. Extra Depth still won't settle as they take the next on the journey. And, oh, he had a life there too. Did the rider off... back behind him, Extra Depth, left the saddle and got back in. Don't know if he's got his irons yet, he may have. And joining those up on the inside then to I'm a Highlander. So down the back, Call Me Russell sights the next, stood off and over nicely. Jumping in second spot behind it, a length and a half away is Jobio, the quartered cap. Bush Star pokes up on the inside of that, about a neck away. Tactician behind those with Tap the Barrel the outside. Then Extra Depth still pulling pretty hard, and I'm a Highlander. At the next, about it, they stream over it. They all take it well. Up front, Call Me Russell calls the shots, about 2 clear. Bush Star into second. Over on the outside, then is Jobio. Tactician near the fence saves ground. A little wider out on the outside, Tap the Barrel. I'm a Highlander just back behind those. And the tail ender is Extra Depth still and settles a bit now at the back and stopped that pulling caper. They gallop up towards the turn now. Just out from the 2,000 metres they are. And the pacemaker is Call Me Russell clearly by 2.5. Bush Star as they approach the next run, second leader at it, over it well. And it's being followed by Bush Star and over the outside of those to Jobio. Getting a bit handier, Tap the Barrel. Tactician still down on the inside. I'm a Highlander and Extra Depth bring up the rear. Anybody's race though with just on a lap to run. They're at the next and they're over it nicely. Call Me Russell, Bush Star the inside, a half length away. Tactician Campton behind those. Jobio in the centre, out a bit wider on the track now with the lap of the track to run is going to be Tap the Barrel. I'm a Highlander and Extra Depth now getting on the job a bit more at the back of the bunch. They travel towards the brush by the 1400 now. And it is Call Me Russell, Bush Star the inside of it as they take it. They rise and land together. A length and a half behind those then is over on the outside Jobio, Tactician the inside. Then came, next is Tap the Barrel. Behind that to I'm a Highlander. And 2 back, the tail ender still is Extra Depth. They gallop towards the entrance to the back straight now. The next brush looms ahead of them. Call Me Russell the outside. Bush Star and neck back at it. Over they go. Jumping right behind those. Good leap on the outside that time by Tap the Barrel. It's being joined by I'm a Highlander's got handy quickly. Up on the inside, Jobio behind those. Tactician goes back to last. And Extra Depth just ahead of it. At the next, Bush Star in front now. They jump it in a bunch, really. It is Bush Star, a neck away on the outside. Call Me Russell. Tap the Barrel, ahead back, 3 wide. Right behind those, then Extra Depth has run through to 4th. Tactician the inside. Just behind those then as they at the next now. They're at it, they're all over it well. Next on the outside is Jobio and starting a move round the outside, I'm a Highlander. They gallop down the side, heading for the 600 metre mark. Bush Star in front, over Tap the Barrel, who's a length back. Then came up on the inside of those, Extra Depth. I'm a Highlander starting to truck on pretty well. Back behind those then, 2 under the bat now is Jobio. There's 2 back behind those, Call Me Russell and Tactician last. Bush Star comes to the 400. 2 left to negotiate. It's in front by 2 to 3. So Bush Star at the second last, at it, over it okay, well, somebody clipped it and it was tapped the barrel in the centre, dipped a bit on landing, extra depth through to second, and I'm a Highlander starting to charge home down the outside at good speed. Bush Star a handy break at the last by the 200, sights it, over it okay, good jump, I'm a Highlander to the outside, kicking hard on the inside then is extra depth. Bush Star holding extra depth is trying to gun it down but won't do it. Bush Star punched out to win it all right. Bush Star gets home. Second is extra depth. I'm a Highlander's third. Behind those tap the barrel. Then Joe Bio, a bit of a gap back tactician, and Call Me Russell is the last of them to go by.
4, 7, 8, 3. Repeating the numbers 6, 4, 7, 8, 3. The time was 4:43.32. The margins 5 3/4 lengths, 1 3/4, 8 1/2.
So back at the head of the field, Bush Star number 6, raced by W.G. Auld. Bush Star, a 7-year-old chestnut gelding by Star of Luskin from Rum Party, trained by Brian and Shane Enderton and Wingatui, giving them 3 for the day. Shane Enderton, the rider, takes out both jumping events. He won the first on Malamai. He's won the 5th, the cogitation on Bush Star. Is paid for the win, $2.60, $2.60. For the place, $1.55, $2.60, $1.55. Extra depth, number 4. Big run, considering it was pulling a bit early on. And Bush extra depth rather is paid $2.50, $2.50. There is no third dividend for I'm a Highlander. 4 and 6 Quinella, $6.25, $6.25 the Quinella. Trifecta dividend 6, 4 and 7, $139.55. $139.55 the trifecta, and the numbers again were 6, 4 and 7.